It is Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. El Presidente. ONYXCON. ONYXCON. To my Mexicanos. ONYXCON. In the Yucatan, that's how they say it. ONYXCON. Yeah, we out here. To mi gente en República Dominicana. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? What's happening? To my peoples over there in Malaysia. All right? ONYXCON is Mantap. Mantap. That's right, we the best. We the best. We the best art life. Can y'all believe it's 73 strong degrees today? I'm talking about, it feel like summertime almost. It feel like end of spring, early summer, and only like days ago was I outside and almost went back in and got a skull cap. Almost put on my, well actually I did. I did have my skull cap on that day. I just didn't get my thick one. You know, I have, different levels of skull cap. And for those who don't know Atlanta lingo, skull cap is a beanie, because I know some people say beanie, especially my West Coast folk. What's up, LA? So, look what I'm wearing, y'all. Look what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the shorts. You know what I'm saying? You want the style check right quick, ONYXCON style, you know what I'm saying? I got all my retro, get lit, black lightning. Hold on, let me show y'all what time it is. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it when I do this. Hold on, let me see, how can I do this? Can y'all see it? Yeah, Black Lightning, baby. One of the greatest TV shows I was ever on. Always proud of my time on that show. Yes, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I'm many things. If you're new here, welcome. We are a multi-niche channel. What do we mean by multi-niche? Most channels on YouTube strive to stick with what they tell you to do until they tell you to do something different, but we're ahead of the curve. We already know that day is coming. And we couldn't do it no other way if we wanted to. We just don't want to do one thing. But they tell you do one thing and focus everything on one thing. And if you want to do multiple things, have multiple channels and wait 20 years to get each of them monetized. And by the time you do, you're freaking dead. like what are you talking about? Hell no. No, when building a brand, it takes years, sometimes decades, to get in people's head enough that they know you enough, know what you're about enough to support whatever it is that you're doing as an entrepreneur. And anybody doing YouTube is an entrepreneur. Okay, by the way, we are a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization. See how broad that is? I said arts and creative lifestyle. What I'm doing right now, this is ONYXCON Outdoors, worldwide. I'm in the Atlanta metro area. I travel worldwide. Okay, when I can. Because we ain't got it like that. We got to get it like that so we can go do what we do whenever we can. But it's opportunity for everybody to prevail and have the chance to do all types of stuff in a lifetime. But it requires effort, it requires sacrifice, it requires knowing how things go, being realistic with time, with your money. It takes a lot, it takes a hell of a lot. And so, I structured this beautiful thing, my baby ONYXCON, after the way I live my life, you know what I'm saying? Which is living by a lot of different codes, but the one we pushing most lately that I've been saying, nothing new. Matter of fact, I always say, I'm proud to say, I was saying it before it was a hip hop lyric, but we say respect, power, money. And to give it the full lyric, when Prodigy from Mobb Deep said it, he said respect, power, money in that exact order. That's the way we living, y'all. Respect. Notice how I said it. Some of y'all saying, wait a minute, that ain't the lyric, because Lil Kim, and that's where it messed up, because Lil Kim had it all wrong. Lil Kim had it all wrong. Lil Kim is a legend in her own right, whatever you wanted to say with all that. Yeah, okay, great. But Lil Kim had it all wrong. She talking about money, power, respect. That ain't the way it works. That is not the way it works. Yeah, it is. You gotta get that money first. Then people gonna respect you. They don't really respect you. They hanging around you because you got money. First thing people always say about people who got a lot of money, they say, man, I don't know who to trust. I don't know who really loves me. I don't know, because it ain't respect. It's money. It's money first. It ain't about respect. They don't respect you. They waiting on you to fall off so they can take what you got. They don't care. Respect gonna be respect whether you got money or not. Respect gets you closer to love. And love is always the goal. I'm talking about the real stuff. One of the ingredients of real love is respect. You ain't gotta love everybody you respect, by the way. You notice how I said that? I didn't say respect is love. No, respect can be an ingredient in love. But you got to have respect for anything to work. Somebody I can't stand their guts, but I must respect that motherfucker. Why? Because there's something about what they're doing that's valuable and teaches you something about how things really are. So you respect something. Now, that can go on levels too. You may not respect the person, but you respect the power they wield, because the power they wield, even in the ignorance of people who are going after the money side of it, stay with the equation, don't get confused. I'm saying if they on that money, power, respect, they might have a certain kind of power in the world because so many people are caught up in money, power, respect. Matter of fact, I'd say the majority. More and more. It might be 50-50. It might be 50-50. But it's hard to see it sometimes. It's hard to see it because it's more popular to talk that way than to speak the way I'm speaking. Say what I'm saying, stand on what I'm saying. But we done made a decision around here at ONYXCON. We're going to keep working with what we've been working with since day one. We ain't changing our tune. We're going to keep it about respect, power, money. And really don't even have to put money at the end, but, just to reverse the phrase, because you do have to have it if you're living in America, in this capitalist society, in this world. Everywhere I've been, you always had to have, you had to come with your money, or you knew, man, it's going to be a short trip, So it does matter, but I've also learned that, and this is what I'm always pushing, especially right now after this crazy election. And before you go any further, if anybody's listening and you ain't never been here before, you don't know, because we've been putting out content about this. Yes, I voted for Kamala, all day. I voted for Kamala, all day, all right? There they go. Now we got rid of them. I knew there was some bots in the building. I saw too many numbers looking for too long. As soon as I mentioned who I voted for, they gone. So let me say it again. I voted for Kamala. Okay, I still see one. Okay, very good. Maybe we got a real one in the building. Let's get a thumbs up. All right. Oh, they gone. They gone. I love it though, because like I said, I'm focused on respect, power, then whatever else. But since, we can speak of money. So the real topic, and this is going to be the part of the title, I was talking about haves versus have-nots. Because I've been looking at the concept of that ever since the results of this election in America. And you can clearly see that even whether people are major haves, like some of the wealthiest people or richest people, or whether they're poor, whoever wants to relate to money without respect, doesn't have to have no respect, or putting respect last, because they don't really understand what respect is, okay? They with it. It don't matter whether or not they're rich or poor. They have a similar mind state. They're damn near the same type of person. There's not much difference in those types of people. They may as well be the same. They may pretend to be something different, but they're pretty much the same situation. The fools who ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out, dealing dope somewhere in the hood, doing all kind of scams and criminal behavior and everything. They feel like they relate to Trump because, well, he getting away with it. Look at him, he became a president. He got 26 accounts and all this different disrespectful stuff, and don't respect women and all that. A lot of them are the same way. A lot of them are the exact same way, so they relate to that nonsense. They think that's cool. They think that's verified. And that's what you get. That's what you get when you push that narrative, associate with that nonsense, and think that's cool. That's exactly what you get. You get what we got. You got a lot of people who subscribe to that, who think that's just fine. And then we got folks like myself who was like, hell nah, this is all backwards. We want to maintain democracy. We want to maintain our right to vote. Not somebody coming in as a total tyrant that is talking about doing away with the entire government system and the entire system of voting and everything. I've always, with historical reasons, had issues with parts of the American government, but at the same time, I've had favoritism towards certain parts because I've seen it benefit my life and the life of people I've wanted to help in my communities. For example, when we started ONYXCON, this started as a Comic-Con at Southwest Art Center, a center that was born and built in a predominantly well-off black neighborhood in Southwest Atlanta, a neighborhood that now, you tell somebody you from Southwest Atlanta or you grew up in Southwest Atlanta or you did anything in Southwest Atlanta, because of the news and the way they misconstrue and twist up the narrative, they have you thinking it was the equivalent of the same thing they did. Because before I say this, they did the same thing to there, but the way they talked about South Central Los Angeles in the 80s and 90s. Yes, that was the heartbeat of the gang situation, blacks and Latino gangs and all the banging and stuff, but it was also a lot of wealth in certain pockets and a lot of powerful black families and intelligent people. Baldwin Hills, excuse you. You know, if you know LA, you know. Baldwin Hills and other neighborhoods, there were pockets of people that were doing the total opposite of all that narrative. But if you push something long enough, you can convince the masses that it's only one way over there. That's all they do. They just about that. They don't care nothing about nobody's lives. They're just a bunch of drug dealers and killers. And that's what you can push once it gets set up that way. So the same thing started happening years ago in Atlanta for certain neighborhoods and everything. But you know, it's gotten so bad in some parts of Metro ATL and in the state, you know, with different levels of criminal behavior, that now whether the news gonna still, they can't say what I'm about to say, because if they say that, then it's like, wait a minute now, damn, why would I want to invest there? You know, why would money want to come here? Why would anybody want to have anything here if it's that bad? But there are statistics. I didn't have to make this up. It's facts. You can just look and find it. Now, it ain't gonna be the popular shit to find. You ain't gonna find this immediately. Like I say, this don't work well with selling real estate and trying to attract major businesses to your state. But Georgia has, I think it has more counties than any other state in the union. And in each and every county, if it ain't each and every, it's almost each and every county, there's reports that now there's illicit gang activity. Now, so here again with the news and what that conjures in some people's minds, they immediately think, oh, that's all black kids killing each other, Latin kids killing each other. No, goofy. The state is still mostly white. That means they're mostly poor white. And then everybody else is involved in something. There's white gangs. There's black gangs. There's Latin gangs. There's ones that beef with each other. There's ones that get along. There's ones that may not get along, but will do work with each other just to get to the money, because all they care about is money, power, respect. That's the order they put it in. And their version of power and of respect and everything is all bullshit. It's not real definitions. So, something I've come across in my years is I know people from every walk of life. I'm proud to say I know people of every walk of life. I know people from mayor's office to the streets. And more importantly, beyond the streets, to the country, to the woods, to people who live off the land for real. People who are close to, because I always say there's no such thing as actually off the damn grid. Okay, if anybody knows your name and knows you got a cell phone or a way to be in touch with you, you're not off the damn grid. I'm sorry, there's no such thing for that. Now, if ain't nobody ever heard of you, they don't know where you at, you got your own remote tribe somewhere in an area that nobody ever goes because it's too dangerous with the animals and the plants there for most people to survive, but you done figured it out, you the real deal. And there's probably less than 1% of the whole human population that can really claim that. Everybody else, they know where you at if they need to come get you. Whatever government and whatever group. There is none of that. Now, I don't even want to hear it. I don't like when people talk that kind of stuff. I don't think that helps us to get focused on how to survive. To pretend that there's no way for these modern levels of technology with satellites and all this tracking stuff and all these phones in our hands, like right now with me. They see me taking this walk. They know where you at, man. That part is irrelevant. I'm like, but what you doing with your life? How you living? Again, respect, power, money. In that order. Respect first. If you ain't out here doing nothing stupid, in the laws of the universe, because that's the only ones that truly matter, no one got a right to mess with you. And if they do, power of the universe is on. Anyway, it don't always work, because sometimes, we can be sacrificed. I always pray to the universe, don't let me be the sacrifice. I got a better use if you let me fulfill my mission, fulfill my purpose, and leave my legacy. I promise it'll be worth way more for me to be actively doing what I'm here to do than to be a sacrifice, to be an example that horrible things can happen to great people. We don't need more examples of that. We see that all the time. We've seen enough of that. But you gotta live in a way that promotes that goal. And I truly feel when you do, the universe answers that. That's my philosophy on that. But anyway, how does this relate to haves and have-nots? Back to the main topic. Right now, after this election, I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube from people some of these guys I've been already watching. It's nothing new to me. I've been, checking their content, seeing what they got, hearing where they're coming from, because they got the numbers I wish I had. Or put it like this, I wish I had the same numbers but with mostly different people. Why I say that? Because I know some of what they be saying is on that money, power, respect stuff. They put that money first. And I tell you, I ain't with that. So I wouldn't want their whole audience, even if I had them numbers. I want my audience, the audience that we gonna build over here. Thank you to all of y'all. All my people who understand where I'm coming from, who respect everything I be talking about. I don't want nothing else. I don't need nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a whole room full of people I can't trust. They just there because I finally got some money and they want to hang out with a star. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's the difference. So, these young cats, and I've been tempted to mention who it is and all that and do a reaction video. But people so damn, they talk a lot of stuff because they dealing with little average folk who really can't debate or challenge them on any level. So, everything that comes up in a conflict on their channel is, oh, this is smoke, somebody hating, whatever. Ain't no child over here. I'm a grown-ass man. If I challenge you, it's about something you really said that really matters. And it ain't about you personally. It's about the influence that could have with how many people that follow what you say you about. Like I say, I look at your numbers. I know all those people can't be on some money, power, respect. They might be leaning towards respect, power, money, but they don't know the difference. They don't even understand the philosophy of what I'm talking about. They haven't met nobody like me yet. They ain't seen nobody else speaking this kind of wisdom. So they're gonna be on the fence. But those are the people we can't afford to lose, in my opinion. Those are the people need to be over here on ONYXCON. You can still listen to the other person just like I do. I still pay attention to what they're saying because you can't designate a problem if you haven't defined it. You gotta be researching everybody, not the people. That's just the people who agree with what you're talking about. Every now and then, it's hard to stomach, but you gotta go over there and listen to what the nutballs are talking about. And these guys I'm talking about, they're not nutballs. Like I said, I still admire them. I just got a problem with their perspective on some things. But it goes from that level of people I do respect to the ones I respect the power they have and influence, but I don't like the person. I don't, because their character and everything, their ethics is twisted, and they want to lead us all to the ultimate demise. That would be the one going back in the office. That kind of nonsense, you know. But back to these young brothers. It's 3 of them, and then they have another cat that they does some content, and it gets put on their channel. At least I think it does, because I've noticed lately they haven't been pushing him as much. It's been about the 3 main guys. And they've interviewed everybody from Steve Harvey to other major big money guys and, you know, celebrities and whatnot, and business people. And today I'm sitting watching one where they had a guy who was a certified billionaire, Bitcoin billionaire. I remember that's one of the phrases he goes by. He's a Bitcoin billionaire. I said, God damn, okay. So I know he's happy right now because they talking about Bitcoin, and they ain't that's talking about. I went and looked it up myself because I dabble in that world enough. Again, you can't be a contestant on Jeopardy if you don't know but one. You know, you can't just be knowing one subject. You got to know multiple things, right? So when it comes to finances, I'm far from a, you know, finance guru, tech guru, any guru on them levels. I'm about this art life, so. But to be an artist, you have to know about technology. You have to know about money. You have to know about, you have to wear so many hats to be a successful artist. To be an artist that somehow, no matter how bad the water, how high the water gets, you can stay afloat and you know how to swim. So that's my thing. It's about that. You know, it's like I'm passing by a construction site right now. Bro's out here getting it, getting that 9 to 5. Hard work that a lot of people who want to send people back, talking about undocumented workers and all this BS, want to send people back. Okay, well, tell that to this man over here who's building your future house. If he just happens to be undocumented. Because some of them are straight up documented, but then some people aren't. I know this for a fact from actually I've done construction work, okay? So it's different when you're talking versus you done been somewhere, you done done some things. Big ass difference. Big difference. See, hold on, see? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna give y'all. Just to prove I'm near a construction site to make my point. But I'm saying, you ain't gonna send them folk home. And if you do, you out your damn mind. You out your damn mind. Those are the safest people you got here. People coming from other countries who literally want to do this hard ass work that most Americans either don't have the skills to do no more because then nobody get no training in it. That's a begone era. That became looked down on. The only people left that still do all that are folk from the ghetto areas that you call the ghetto and all this other stuff. And those are the only people you can rely on for that, or less educated, whatever you want. Those are only folk. But what's funny about that is, yeah, they may not know everything, but if they know some things, they know some things to get the job done, and that's what you need when you want your house or your building built, don't you? All right then. So again, respect. You got to find your way back to some damn respect, or there ain't gonna be no houses, ain't gonna be no buildings. And I've seen situations with $1 million home subdivisions that sat for years and started going back into the ground because the funding fell out or something happened, whatever. You don't know what happened, but the bottom line is anytime that happens, it wasn't supposed to go that way. And it's an eyesore to a community, and it does lower, you know, your value of homes in the area and everything else because you got this big eyesore. What's that abandoned project over there? What the hell is that? And just sit there for years looking like shit. Start the vines and stuff growing on it. Hornets and stuff done infesting it, roaches in it, everything. But this was $1 million home. I'm talking about what I seen, not what I ain't making nothing up. I'm talking about real stuff that happens. Let that keep happening because of money fall out, stock or otherwise, crypto or otherwise. You're talking about volatile market when they're talking about stocks and crypto and everything. Do you understand how volatile the market is right now, even though everything's soaring? This is only Tuesday. This is the anniversary after the storm, y'all. This is the sunny day after the storm. It's Tuesday, following the Tuesday of election day. All the folk who got crypto money, I done heard folk talking about, oh, there's so many new millionaires, so many. I said, that's what's up, good for them. I hope they know how to use their money right. I hope they understand what money's for. I hope they not literally in a bed somewhere humping on their dollars. Just let me cash some of that out so I can see it, and and they're getting freaky with their money. I hope they got a person in their life they love. I hope they got some family around them they love. I hope they planning out some real vacations in addition to the ones they already take. But I'm talking about even, they already got, different homes and everything. I hope they go and get some more because you might need them. And I hope you done picked them in the right countries. And I hope that when you go to other people's countries, you've built some kind of respect. Because here's the bottom line. If you come with that arrogance of, things are so tense right now, I'm going to leave my estate here in the U.S. and I'm going to go live in the islands somewhere, and you expect everybody down there to keep kissing your ass because even when you're talking crazy to them, you get off the plane, you're like, yeah, boy, get my bags. Boy, did you just call a grown-ass man a boy? Yeah, Trick, come over here and rub my feet. How much is it? Yeah, here's a peso. I don't give it. If you coming like that, if you calling people's countries floating islands of trash, if you're doing that bullshit, I got news for you. It may not happen immediately. It may not happen overnight. But the day will come when all those people you've been stepping on grab that fucking foot and cut that bitch off. That's metaphor. Do what you want with it, but it's real. The day will come when enough is enough. Because if you're at the quote unquote bottom, and every time you turn around, somebody's telling you another reason why you'll never see the top, yet you serve the people at the top, like you're right there in the face of decadence, and people aren't treating you as a human being. They're treating you like the robots they're getting ready to take your job, but the robot ain't took the job yet. You're still dealing with a human being. So it would behoove you. Like, do y'all notice when I'm walking, you might every now and then, if y'all paying attention, you'll see me nod or do like this, what's up, peace, whatever. Because I'm passing human beings, I'm passing people. You know what I'm saying? If they don't look like a threat, which none of them are, everybody cool. If they nod at me, I nod at them. They look up at me, I look at them. Boom, boom. What's up, what's up? All right, it's respect. It's respect. It's universal. It's lost on a lot of people. Unfortunately, a lot of young generation folk in America don't have a clue of it anymore. Every time, I'm coming back to what I was saying about this overseas attitude that some people can have. But I'm going to take it close real quick since I was on the topic of just general respect, even at home. When I'm doing my courier job, which y'all get to see me, I go live a lot when I'm doing that, if you follow the channel. Every time I pick up orders, most of the people who bring out the orders are young teenagers to college age. At the places I be, I'd say about 60% of them are African American. The other percent, 40% or so, are white and Latino or mixed in a way I can't tell exactly what they are. Now, in the old South, not too old, I'm just gonna speak up, in my younger years, put it like this. If I had even been their same age, 20s, teenager, whatever, and I was doing that job, and I came out to a truck or car to deliver the product from the warehouse, whatever. Soon as I walk up to whoever the customer is, the first thing to do, I don't care what your mood is, because they don't know nothing about what made you have a bad day, about your supervisor in the back getting on your nerves, that guy you don't want to be at work with is here today and y'all don't get along with it. They don't know nothing about none of that shit. They don't care nothing about none of that. All they want is to know whoever's about to put these groceries in my car, handling my food after I spent my money, got a good attitude, because I want good attitude surrounding this product I bought, especially if it's food and I'm about to consume it. Or if I'm bringing this food to a deliverer, a courier, who's going to deliver it to someone's home. Let me come with a good attitude, because I'm about to put this in his or her car, okay? But when I tell you, in my years of doing this, ain't been many, but it's been enough, okay? It's been a few years. It amazes me. I think I've had maybe, out of 100, maybe 2. One young black gentleman, college age, about to go to college. Yeah, he was about to go. We had a conversation one time. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me not forget. Young black lady, really sweet, really nice, same age. Just respectful. Just, hey, how you doing? How you doing today? All right. You ain't got to go no further than that if you don't want no. But that's basics. That's respect. That's respect. And it makes sure I understand that in this crazy world, you ain't no little fool. You ain't gonna do nothing that if we gotta work something out, because, oh man, I've had, somebody moving fast, they putting stuff in the car real fast. Oh, crash, they drop a drink. They splatter something. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'll be right back, man. Let me go clean that up. There's another one of the good ones. And let me add to that good list. Let's say 10 out of 100. We're gonna be good today. We say 10 out of 100 were the kind of people I'm talking about, where when stuff that's gonna happen happens, yo, we already got a rapport. Rapport. I love that word. Look it up. Rapport. It can save your life. It really can. It can save your life. Rapport, baby. Learn it. Cherish it. Learn how to do it. The first step in rapport is greetings. It's universal. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Wherever you at, whatever the culture is, learn the lingo. Learn what makes you, maybe what you shouldn't say because you're out of place. Like, you ain't from there. Don't try to be too much like a local because you ain't a local. What's the universal thing that everybody would take from me here, even though I'm not from here? Okay, well, if you say this, and this, you ought to be cool. All right, got you. And you do those things. It's universal. Hey, how you doing? I love to see it. We need more art in the world. I'm an artist, so I feel that. Do your thing. Yeah.
I agree.
Heck yeah.
You too.
I can't wait to see it finish. I'm gonna be coming back. She's working on a mural. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Respect. That's another artist. You had to get respect. What's happening? How you doing? Let's go. Put some art up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know we love public art, y'all. You know we love that here. We do that. We cover that. But anyway, I'm saying, you learn the lingo. You learn what works, what doesn't work. And be careful. Be real careful. Know the codes wherever you at. It ain't about you. It's about where you at. Where you at. What's going on here. What's been established before you even got there. You know? It ain't about fear. It's about respect. It's about order. It's about discipline. It's about all this basic stuff that is getting lost with all these fatherless homes, all these unparented children. Because the other ones I'm talking about, that's what they are. They come up, hey, how you doing today, man? You know, whoever it is, hey, how you doing? What's happening? Sometimes they just, because you got to give them this number to start the process, they looking all stupid. Sometimes I just say the number and keep going. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that dumb shit. So I'll be like, how you doing? They still don't look at you. Yeah. Okay. Now let me tell you what's real fucked up about that. Let's give a better situation in the climate we in. Let's just say a group of extremists who don't give a damn about what you're the goofy who's acting like that, right? And maybe on the side, because this happens too. Got a job, but still want to be a criminal. You know, because some of them be out there, pants off their ass. I know some of them just trying to imitate rappers they like and all that stuff. But then you got a couple of them who are just reformed thugs who mama told them, get off that damn couch, you're going to go get a job. So they're doing it just to keep her off their ass till they get up out of there off of whatever else they got going on the side, because they be doing all kind of little street bullshit. So, you know, maybe they relate to Trump because, like I said, some of these assholes think, oh yeah, you know, I got RICO charges like him, so I relate to that. Okay. Well, there's people who only see you, and especially with your pants off your ass, just like I can't stand it. It ain't just an issue of a disgusting trend for them. That's how I feel about it. But for them, it's like, you that fool that broke into my sister's car. You that fool that did this, that, and the other. And you're the reason our republic is messed up, our union, our this, our that. And if they want to ride on his little young ass, I'm trying to just say hi to you. You got attitude with me. And I'm treating you like goofy ass kids I used to work with when I was teaching art in Section 8 apartments. Because I know your mentality. Little dumbass. Ain't nobody scared of you, fool. I'm old enough to be a goddamn daddy. You know what I'm saying? But if that other kind wants you, you already done pissed me off, so what would I do to help you out in a bad situation? It's every man for themselves, since okay, all right. Cause one thing I've learned, I ain't got time to save you if at the same place you work, the young lady and the young man of whatever ethnicity, but with the right headspace that did say, hey, how you doing, sir? What's happening? All right, good. Oh, let me help out, man. Oh, we had a little spill here. I'm gonna go clean that up, get that straight. I ain't gonna let you roll your car back over some glass. Let me get that out the way. The ones who did that, yo, jump in my vehicle for cover and here's some extra ammunition. Anyway, let me shut up. Okay? See, man, we got a long way to go, y'all. Long way to go. And what's really disgusting out here is that people acting like they don't need each other or won't need each other. But like I said, I'm just reading the room. It's always a chessboard. When you playing chess, there's you and there's the opposition. There's the other side of the chessboard. For all you little goofies who always want to talk some street stuff, the ops. Okay? So if you want to be on that side of things, then you've put yourself in that position. That's how you will be treated accordingly. You're not going to help me in my bottom line. You're not pushing my existence forward. You're not trying to help me and mine stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, am I saying, let me make it clear, because views and opinions expressed by yours truly do not necessarily reflect those of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc., blah, 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 blah. And all of this is for edutainment purposes, right? Yeah. So, it's a matter of general common sense out here. Like, you never know who you're gonna need and when you're gonna need them. And more importantly, because you could be deceptive and just be like, well, let me act cool when you really can't stand people and you just, you're really a Decepticon trying to deceive. You ain't an Autobot. You know what I mean? Well, that can get read real quick too. But I'm talking about when you're genuine and you want people to acknowledge that you're genuine. Don't fall into this. Don't fall in the line with all this popular mess that makes it seem like being a little goofy and acting tough and hard and like you don't like nobody and don't like nothing and don't give no F's and all that old conversation right there, that ratchet shish. It would behoove you to go the other way. Because everybody that knows what you don't know yet about life and can show you some things ain't gonna have nothing for you if the shit hit the fan. And we are now in a situation, let me say this, because everybody's talking like it just happened on an election. Man, this country since day one, since they called it America, has been on edge. It's constantly on edge. Why do you think there's more guns in America than there are human beings? That's a statement of fact. Look up the statistic. How many guns are in possession of Americans as opposed to the actual population. It will blow your mind. But even with that number, here's the other part of it I always like to tell people. I say, I don't give a damn how big your arsenal is at home, what you got and how many so-called associates, friends, whatever are ready to be a militia with you. You ain't got enough to go up against those who have sworn themselves to the armies of this country. I know too many people, this is a kind of a late Veterans Day statement here. I know too many people who served, and I know the psychologies, because it's multiple. It ain't no one way of thinking. Like I always say, for the cultures, people are individuals, and you ain't got enough for what they would have to do if they wanted to wipe out a group. It ain't nothing. So again, we back to what? Respect. Because only in respect can we have mitigation so that things don't turn violent, so that things don't get crazy. So the part of all this that I want to make the biggest point for what I see happening is this divide of have and have-nots, where I noticed that I expect, or I've encountered time and time again, that most people of the 1% wealthiest population, the highest 500,000 and uppers, okay, 500,000 to 1 billionaire level folks. And I've been around some, I've met some, yes I have. I told you I'm in the film biz, right? But even outside the film biz, I've known of and been privy to people, But mostly I will say in the film biz because, come on, there's plenty of millionaires, And then you'll be around, come on, if you're paying attention, y'all, I've worked at Tyler Perry Studios. How you doing, Mr. Perry? How you doing, sir? Yeah. And not just high by, but like him placing me in a scene. I've observed him working. I've been in the presence of folk. You know what I'm saying? I've worked on set with Oprah. So I'm saying when I speak of some people talk the talk, but they never even been in the room. And you didn't even breathe the same air in the same space. I'm saying I've been in the room. So in being in the room and seeing how they organize what they have, not fantasizing. I bet you, I wonder what his studio is like, and I wonder I know exactly what it's like. I know exactly what it's like. And the thing I know too about people on that level is it's highly organized. It's very, very disciplined. And respect is going to be required to even participate. You don't get past the security if you looking weird. Back to how you doing today? Okay, we got one. Yeah, he's not responding. He's not responsive. No eye contact whatsoever. We're going to hold him at the gate, search his vehicle, make sure this one's okay. And we might just send him home. I'm giving y'all too many words. It probably wouldn't even be that much. I've been on set where a nutball is bouncing around, getting weird, being aggressive towards folk. And I proudly, happily say I was the one who had to call it in because everybody else was chit-chatting about it. Oh man, what's up with that dude? What's wrong with him? Why he acting like that? I said, hell, we talking about it so damn much. Oh yeah, we got one. We need to handle this. Got my immediate big body soldier types around. They told him real clear, you gotta go. This fool had a pocket knife on him. You can't have that here. All of this is considered weapons. They tell you at the gate, you can't have none of that here. He's talking about, what do you mean? I gotta have my exit. They escorted his ass out. He didn't try nothing either. For all his bouncing around, pretending he a military soldier and he know drills and stuff. Yeah, okay. Taking you back. And as soon as they rolled off with him, there was a helicopter hovering over the area we was at, surveying the area. Look, y'all, let me get back on point. But that's for everybody who needs receipts, because I know how people are. I just like to share that I know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't like that. There's enough deception in the world. There's enough yip-yapping people who ain't never done nothing that they always dreaming about and making up stories of and saying they know how other people who they've never been around think and shit. You ain't been around nothing, obviously, and I can hear it because I know what you're talking about for real. I walked there. I was there, but that ain't how that goes. That's not how that works. And respect, again, is going to be a prerequisite. There's no way around it. So anyway, what I hear that I don't like about some of these young black billionaires and well, not even billionaires, they're not billionaires. They want to be. And they got everything to do it. They got the attitude. They know billionaires. These guys, they do a channel. And if you can figure out who I'm talking about, great. Because like I said, I'm still debating if I want to do an actual reaction video to it. Because I don't have time for the disrespect if somebody takes it the wrong way and want to get in their feelings and come at me. Because I'm not going to say what the average person says. I'm going to tell them something they never heard, and the room going to get quiet. Or it better get quiet. So anyway, they were like, talking about how they have so much knowledge of the stock market and crypto and all these things. And they really do. They drop a lot of real good signs. I'm going to tell you, they do a lot of good work. And let me say, it's not the ones I'm thinking of are not the only ones. There's a few others like them, but there's not a lot that do it as heavy as they do it. But there's a few other people I watch too. And these are mostly young black folks who are doing it big. I've also seen the young white version of it that do it big and all that. When I say young, we're talking 20s and 30s, y'all. What blows my mind about all of them that I find in common, though, is the cockiness. And I know it would come from hell. I was that age once. But even then, I wasn't cocky like that because that's just not my energy. That's not how I was raised. That's not my personality. I'm just always too aware of how that can come off and how that can put you in situations. Confidence, yeah, I got that for days. And some people might misconstrue that for being arrogant. But true confidence is just what it is. And I find that a lot of folks who be young like that have that kind of money and stuff, they talk like everything they've done to make that kind of money is so easy to acquire, and everybody else just needs to, if you just listen to us, you could be rich tomorrow too. Man, it's that part of it that's got to stop. Now, for them, I think they think it's a selling point. It might give them numbers, because for some people, it might make them feel like that's motivational talk, or they need to hear somebody talk to them like that, or make them feel like they don't have any understanding. Oh, that train loud. Hold on. How hard it is, but every now and then, if you keep listening to them, they're going to say, hey, but you got to keep your money in this stock, and don't expect to be able to pull that money out in 5 years, 10 years best, or sometimes maybe even 15. Now, see, that's when it starts getting hilarious to me, because here's been my problem, and I think this is most people's problem with getting into the stock market or crypto or any of this stuff. First of all, knowing it's volatile. Okay, anything that's volatile, as they say, it's volatile, it's volatile. Volatile means that you can lose all of what you done put in. And I'm speaking from experience, because I still dabble in it, but I don't dabble in it as hard as I was when the market was better and, way better years ago, way back in the 20-teens. And I first started doing the fractionals like most of us did when they made it available, because until then it was not, you couldn't do it. What's a fractional? What you mean fractional? You going to buy this whole stock, or you ain't going to have no stock. But then they realized, okay, it's the same old story. The rich realized, we the haves, we got it, so it's easy for us to say, yeah, the stock is $2,000. Man, please, I buy my wife a purse for $2,000 every month, every week, if she wants, just to keep her quiet. Folks who talk like that, it's no big deal to them. But for an average, everyday dude or woman working these real jobs that make the world go round, that make the stock market what the hell it is for these corporations, okay, they ain't got it like that. They're not, come on, man. You talking about investing what? Like, you talking about a piece of my annual income, not a piece of just a week or a month. My whole damn annual income. You talking about take out what and put it into what and wait for what? Wait, nothing. I want my money now. I'm trying to live now. Now, people who make fun of people who think that way and think, what's wrong with them? When are they going to learn? Whoa, motherfucker. Your shit is easy because you got it. Don't talk to people who ain't got it like that, because they on edge. They all on edge. And I'm talking about educated folk like me. We on edge. Because we know what it takes to get anything. We know how hard it is to maintain anything. We know that everything ain't promised. We know that every day you got to get out here and hope you can just get a little bit to get by. We know the realities. And for those of us who do, it gets tired, man, when you hear people make it seem like it's so easy. It ain't nothing easy about nothing. Nothing's ever easy. If it is, it ain't worth it, because there's a fix to it. If so easy, ain't nothing damn easy. Get out of here with that BS. Don't talk to people like that, especially everyday folk. Don't give them that. Hey, folk on edge. And like I say, if the ish hits the fan, this is the ultimate point. You gotta have respect for everybody who might be listening. You gotta be concerned about the possibility of who might be listening. And here we go with one of my other favorite phrases from the movie After Earth. It ain't because everybody want to act like they freaking Michael Jai White and Bruce Lee these days. Like, everybody's a martial artist and a killer. Everybody's Rambo. Man, just, come on, man. Come on. Just please stop. No. None of that matters. It does and it doesn't. You know, it's good to be able to know how to defend yourself. But it's stupid to pretend that no matter what comes, you ready. So the reality is the phrase, like I say, from the movie After Earth. It says, danger is real. If you can respect, here we go with respect again. If you can respect something that's dangerous, to know that the danger of this thing is real. This is why I like fishing for dangerous fish. I love animals with teeth and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I love stuff like that because it speaks to a part of myself, but it also reminds me I'm one with the rest of nature, and there are other things in nature that will defend themselves. And if I want to see it and admire it for its power and its beauty, yeah, a lot of times those up close experiences are dangerous ones. So I respect the danger of picking up a fish that could literally, a barracuda, when I was in Mexico, and if I ain't got my hand on it just right when I kissed it on the top of his head before I did the catch and release and threw it back in the ocean, it could bite a damn hole in my face that looked like a nail gun that shot me. Because it's a barracuda. And I respect that. I respect that immensely. That's why in addition to its actual physical beauty, just the power and the thought of what it can do, it's fascinating and it's beautiful. So I respect it. I give that regard. I don't treat that lightly. I don't take that lightly. I don't act like that ain't no big deal and I can just treat this thing any kind of way I want. I can be around this any kind of way I want. No, man, it's a barracuda. So same thing applies with humans. It's about regard. It's about respect for how people are. It's about understanding. Look, everybody's trying to figure it out. You're going to tell somebody about how it's easy for you to do what most people can't. Yo, if anybody does a quick research, only 8% of all black men make over $100,000 a year. So to do a whole podcast where you're pretending your audience are all six-figure men like you, or even pretending that you really care about making them all six-figure men before they die, that's rubbing me the wrong way. I think that's ridiculous. Let's just be, since they know so much, because they also, if you listen to them, they always talk about how they talk about the volatility of the market. They talk about how they know even when they're making investments in some of these stocks, they're hoping they're going to get their return on investment because it's so iffy. It's so iffy. But the difference is they already got their backup plan. They've invested in travel, time, did the research, which I commend that because you know we love that here. And they've invested in a part of our country in West Africa. I'm just going to put it like that. Like I said, I don't want to be too specific. You know what I mean? Don't want to be too specific. Not right now, anyway. If I decide to do that reaction video, it's going to be real specific. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's all chess, like I said. I got to decide if that's a worthy move to make, because every move you make, you got to be willing to back it up. Otherwise, you're going to lose that game. You know what I'm saying? So I will say there's a country in West Africa that is doing pretty well. Historically has had ups and downs, but mostly has done well in a post-colonistic, colonial society. You know, they have the advantage of being one of the countries that's English speaking. So amongst all the many other languages and everything, people coming from America, coming from the UK, they can live a really good life there and at least be able to communicate in basic terms with most people and try to work things out and get stuff handled. Now, in contrast, there's a channel I think I still follow them. It's a husband and wife who they moved to this country I'm talking about. And they specifically spoke of how they love it, but it was not easy. And the first episode I saw their channel, when they were breaking down some of the stuff they went through to make the transition from moving from here to there, and they had all the typical reasons of why most of us want to leave now. They were tired of, I think they were in a major city. They were tired of the inner city life, the crime. They were tired of all the police brutality. They were tired of all the issues that typically affect and be on the minds of most Black Americans, no matter what side of reality you live on. If you still awake to what the hell is going on around you, and you ain't pretending, well, I've got money, so, if the cops that are racist pull me over, they're going to see my Benz and let me off because they're going to be like, hey, he's a rich one though, and he's educated, let him go. Well, huh? But that's how some of these people talk, They talk like literally like my money is going to keep me out of having a Rodney King beating. Like that ain't how it works, man. Hateful people do hateful things because they hate. They don't give a damn about your money, man. Matter of fact, that's fueling the ass whooping even more because they are so disgusted that they'll never make what you're making, and they wondering how the hell did this person, I was under the impression that none of them could make this and he's making more than me. They hating for many reasons. So why the hell would you put yourself in the line of fire being cocky and talking ish all the time, acting like it can't happen to me because I'm out here, I'm good. Okay, all right. And you're making yourself have no allies because some of these folks, like I say, these money, power, respect-minded ass folk, they talk like, yo, I don't need friends. Like all my friends are rich and I don't need nobody else to be cool with me. Okay, all right. You're turning into what you said you were making the money to be the opposite of and never have to do what they do because you don't have to deal with their stuff. You don't have to be like their white supremacist society because you've got your own. Well, if your own means that you've got the same cockiness, the same you think you better than somebody's attitude, guess what? You ain't got centuries of stuff set up on the chessboard to back up your stupid, ignorant, backwards ass agenda. You can't run for president and do what P. Diddy did and still end up being a freaking president. No, your ass is going to the fucking jail. You're going to jail. It don't make no sense, man. I just get so sick and tired of hearing this cocky attitude. But back to this family, like I said, they talked about the stuff they went through and how hard it still was. Now, they were happy. They got to a point where, they smoldered the flames, They went through the initiation of how hard it is to make a transition of living in another country, but they survived it. They had a very nice house. They got a daughter. I think they had a couple of kids. They doing good. They were happy, you could tell. But they said, but yo, we're not gonna give you this one-sided conversation and making it seem like Disneyland. Like it's not all good. Like it was hard. There is crime here. It's not nowhere near as bad as it was in America, but we still have to watch ourselves as Americans being here, and there are people who don't like us because of that, and there's people who treat us like our brothers and sisters, which is the dream we had when we came. That's the fantasy we had of we going home. We from, that's our roots, which it is, respect, but that don't mean mentally everybody agrees with that fact, and I don't mean you're gonna get that treatment just because it's a fact that you related to somebody. Man, people be on some BS. And they've been colonized just like black folk here. Same mess in different tones, different, slightly different, a lot different, but not too different reality. So, but so anyway, back to the wealthy ones, the little cocky ones that run this podcast. They were saying that, it's kind of like they bragging like, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but the ish hits the fan, we good because we got our investment in this country in West Africa. And I'm saying to myself, dude. Oh, one of them said this. This is gonna make it even better. One of them said, because of course they promoting it because they trying to get other people with money like them. Like I said, I don't know how many people out of the thousands that watch them. I mean, these guys have, I think the channel might be over 1 million. Just because that many people are watching you, that's just people curious about what you're saying, trying to figure it out. Whether they sitting there steaming, mad as hell because they ain't got none of what you got, whether they just curious about hearing some young black folk who got money talk about how to make money, or and people love the stock market, trying to figure it out, whether or not they got a lot of money or a little money. They always trying to get a good suggestion or tip, and it does that. It gives you that, because people like to gamble, because at the end of the day, that's what the hell it is. It's gambling, and it's rich man's lotto, rich woman's lotto. So they tune in for that. They trying to get them tips. So I get why, but that don't mean that everybody there has made it, and obviously not. Like I said, all you gotta do is look at the statistics. I always say some of these statistics be off, but most of them, when I say off, I'm saying the number is usually worse than whatever they say. If something's about something bad, it's probably worse than what they say. Okay? If something is little, but you're part of the statistic and you're saying, well, that's not true because I'm one and they said it is none. Okay, that'd be an example of the BS, but for the most part, a lot of well-researched stuff, it be on point. And when it comes to income, anybody who is making that kind of money and doing taxes and doing it the right way, legit, okay, we're not talking. See, if you want to get into the illegitimate, okay, even then, who cares if you got an audience that's doing it illegally? They still not gonna be your audience for when you talking about, hey, we got a property subdivision in West Africa. Want y'all to come on out. That fool can't even get on the plane if they got charges, okay? Or if they got stuff pending. And if they do travel, they as scary and looking over their back as much there as they would be here. If they really deep in the game. Because they got too many deep enemies, man. It's too much. And you're inviting hell if you bringing them out, quite frankly. And there's a lot of that go on too. I noticed the mentality. It's like they made a joke. They was talking about, like I say, trying to promote people to come out to there. I keep wanting to say the country so bad. I really want to say the country. Hold on for a second, y'all. So, they said something about, so they were talking about the country, and then they said, oh, but you don't have to go where we going. You can go to Mexico. I mean, but y'all done messed that up because now their prices are going up because so many of y'all go there. And they all start laughing. It's like I said, 3 of them, they all, and I'm like, what you hearing about? Like, I've been there, so I know exactly what they're saying. It's true, but it's like, here again, this is what I'm saying about, maybe they don't even know it's coming off this way. But as soon as they did that, I'm like, so you throwing it in the face of people who, most of them can't go no further than Mexico. That's about all they can afford, man. But what's wrong with Mexico? Like, if you know Mexico, like I've started to know Mexico. I've only began. There's so much more to that huge country. I just touched the surface, okay? In literally 2 experiences, but especially to say 1 trip out of the 2. The other one I would say was just a day experience. Literally, I was just, let's cross the border in San Diego into Tijuana. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And explore. That's all we did. Walk through the markets, go to a restaurant, go through a museum, came home. Sorry to disappoint y'all if y'all hear the word Tijuana and y'all thought, oh man, I knew he was wild. I bet he was down there getting it in. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? He went down there to pay for play. No. See, that's another stereotype that I'm sick and tired of that we don't push on this channel. I'm so sick, especially with young black men out here making it seem like it's cool to go pay for play all over the place. Like it ain't no consequences to that. We ain't pushing that narrative. We know that's getting folk hemmed up. We know that's number 1 reason why folk is showing up, dead on arrival, coming back in a box. Okay, if they ever find your ass, because it's just like that. in some of these places. But people don't learn. They still pushing it. They still pushing that narrative. I see so many whole channels dedicated to. So what you gotta do is you gotta hide everything in your room. You never tell her anything. You never do this. You never do that. You never. You don't. You know, if you're gonna have liquor, you better be watching everything. Who drinking what and what. Did you just say liquor? Yeah, you know, liquor, and you're gonna get real drunk. You're gonna get real drunk, and at every point you're gonna know what the hell's going on. Oh man, I'm good. I know how to hold my liquor. Yeah. I mean, that was that one time. No, I woke up and I couldn't figure out where she put my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine the stupidity of these idiots that talk this level of nonsense? I'm so sick of them, man. I'm so sick of them because there's young folk, young impressionable minds, about to graduate high school, about to enter college, in college, and they're like, yo, man, that sounds cool, man. Let's go to Colombia, let's go to Cartagena. And instead of going down there for everything else those places have to offer, they down there trying to, where the holes at? Okay, yeah, you're gonna find them all right. And they're gonna leave you in a hole. Like, for real, man. It's not, even if you survive, I had a good time. Okay, yeah, all right. Man, you been coughing for 2 weeks. You all right? What you talking about, man? Shoot, I wore a condom. Even though one time the condom broke. Because, you know, fools always love to talk about condoms breaking. Man, I'm in my late 40s. Condom ain't never broke. I'm sorry. That's a lot of boxes of condoms, too, by the way. But ain't nothing broke. So, they reckless, y'all. They reckless. But this is who these kids listening to. This is who they're basing their life on. This is who they admiring and wanting to be like. And they, but because, you know, they don't get no F's and no dams, they ain't never gonna say it. They'll follow their channel. They'll troll their comments. But they secretly admire, you know, just, man, I want to be like that. That dude, man, look how ooh, man, look at this one and that one. He met this one. She is fine. Yeah. Pros in different places is different. Some of them be looking real good. That don't mean it ain't what it is. That don't mean it don't come with the tax it come with. But that's the nonsense, man. So I'm saying that to say, you know, some of us ain't about that life. We ain't caught up in none of that nonsense. We can go anywhere and have a great time. Respect. Because we leading with respect. It's quite frankly, the reason why you ended up in the folk who do get caught up, the reason why you get caught up, because you don't have no respect. You looking at another human being like it's literally just an object in a store to buy. Well, she put herself for sale. That's psychological damage. That's personal trauma. But bottom line is, that is not healthy. And that person is fragile. And dealing with them could be detrimental to your health. And treating them like they're not a human being, but just an object, will definitely can get you caught the hell up. Respect is universal. I don't care what level you're dealing with human beings. Respect is universal, y'all. You know? And it comes, and there's no way to define it, quite frankly, sometimes, because it's hard. You know, everybody's coming from different places. Like I say, for the cultures. So what may seem like disrespectful conversation to some circles, and some other circles, that's what you better come in the door with, because then they're like, oh man, he's stupid, he crazy, but what's up, man? Man, you wild, ain't you? Be like, yeah, sure am. And then they respect. So it's different, y'all. It's different. It's real different out here. It comes all kind of ways. It goes all kind of ways. It really does. But these folks who, like I say, have made a little bit for themselves and then try to act like they just really so on point, everything's so good with everything they're doing and how they moving, but they got all this kind of money and they bragging about it. Man, it would behoove you to just hold up on some of the braggadocious comments, read the room, think about the statistical values of your numbers. Say to yourself, wait a minute. You got a podcast where you're trying to you say you're trying to teach black folk how to get more money. I kind of believe that, and the reason I say kind of is because if you know what most black folk are in, you know that all of them ain't gonna never get to where you at. it's just too much stuff in the way of that possibly being their reality. One of the guys on the show said the other day, man, I just made a salary in a day off of my stock investments. And he's bragging about it because of something else they're trying to make a point about when they get trolled in their comments. I'm thinking to myself, no one likes to get trolled. I hate that mess. But the reason you're getting trolled is because you're inviting the trolls with your pompous, arrogant ass attitude, acting like, because y'all just stupid and I'm trying to show y'all how to get it. No, you're not. You just want to keep your numbers high because being that way is sensational. They can't get to you, or you think they can't. So you want to pop your stuff and feel like Mr. Big Willie. But that shows how young and shallow you are. Because if you had any damn sense about yourself, man, look, let me stop poking all these bears. I'm the only one in the room who's got it like that. You and your co-host are the only ones out of the next, man, come on, I could go 20, 50, 100 channels looking for another group of young black men, their same age range, speaking about the stuff they're talking about, the way they speak about it, and having access to the people they have access to have on their show. You talking to this white dude who's one of the world's richest men, like they literally said it in one of the comments about him as far as crypto goes. He's one of the richest billionaires there is. He's your guest. I get it. I have friends. I've interviewed people in Hollywood, heavy. They ain't billionaires, but I'm saying heavy, and I'm proud of it. I never talk light of it. As a matter of fact, I bring it up to not only let that person constantly know how much I appreciate that opportunity years later. This was back in 2020. I interviewed, for example, Neville Page. Love to bring it up because it's freaking Neville Page, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know the character of Neville. I know his heart, that he's a good dude. I know he's a humanist. I know he respects all people and wants, he's got that mentality, which is why we could be friends. You know what I'm saying? Versus, so when I say I'm talking about I met this person, I talked to that person, it's not even bragging. I'm trying to share the wealth of the knowledge that's in that interview. Now they say they're doing the same, and I see it, they do, but they too young and silly, and probably couldn't hear somebody my age tell them, hey man, cool it on all that cocky shit y'all be doing. I know you're young and you think that's what it is, because it goes with the territory of being young. But if it's in you to know, let me listen to my OGs, older time over here telling me, man, you might want to chill out with that. Because you got to go some places sometimes where other folk ain't got it like that. You got to go some places sometimes where folk was watching you before you got there. You got to go some places sometimes where people are not having none of and will never have what you got, and you up here taking it for granted and acting like it's easy. Don't say it's easy. Just share the knowledge, but don't ever say it's easy. That's all. Just humble the way you deliver it, and you'll see a different level of, again, the word is golden, respect from your audience. Hey. Oh man. I'm laughing. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm laughing because our business too that chimed in. All I'm gonna say is, hey, some folk know how to read the room. All right, homie. That's all I'm gonna say. Some folk know how to read the room. Now that ought to tell you something too. If somebody could guess who I'm talking about that easy, that says, like I said, there's only but so many people on right now doing it on that level. So it's like, oh man, just like literally, man, just man. What's the Kendrick song? Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Like straight up, sit down, be humble. Like they don't understand the value of that. They the type that will rap the song and be like, he talking about folk like you, right? Like literally he talking about folk like you. But you don't even, just go right over their heads. It's like the classic Nirvana song where they talking about, and he likes to get drunk with me. So I'm trying to remember the rhythm so I can sing it. But oh man, he's the one who likes all our pretty songs, and he likes to shoot his gun, and he likes to sing along, but he don't know what it means. He don't know what it means, and I said, he's the one who likes all our pretty songs, and he likes to sing along, and he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. Don't know what it means, and I say, oh yeah. We multifaceted over here. Plus, that was my era. That was my era of getting into rock more in the 90s and stuff, high school and college, you know what I'm saying? And I still appreciate some stuff, you know, here and there. Nirvana was dope. Red Hot Chili Peppers was dope. Of course, we want to roll it all the way back to the Show Enough classics, Jimi Hendrix Forever. You know, you can take it all the way back to doggone, oh man. I mean, anyway, you know, I'm about to get off on music. Let me not do that. I'm gonna stay focused. But yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. But yeah, man, like folk gotta just like get off the cocky bus for real. This ain't the time for that mess, man. Cause I mean, you still gotta get out here with everybody. Like they're not reading the room. You could see from what they said, they always at the end of their show, they always talking about we're gonna be here, we're gonna be there. And like most black folk with money or not, black folk want to be socialites when they get a little something. They want to be around each other for the most part. I don't have to just be around only black folk. You know, I love my people. Those who love me. Because my people are anybody who loves me. But amongst those who consider themselves black, I love those people. Everybody else, that's them others. There's my brothers, there's the others. There's the sisters, and there's blisters. You can use that. Just remember where you got it now. Only my black folk. Don't play with that if you ain't. Don't do that. Don't do that. You might see again. Respect. You got to know the boundaries. There ain't no friendly usage of the N-word around here. I don't even like the N-word. You notice I don't be talking that shit. I'll cuss when I want to, but you notice I don't be dropping the N and the N and the N and the... Yo, I know the cadence. I can play every version of the cadences. I'm a real drummer. I know how to say it in every way that it can be said, but I don't want, no, that's not, especially as I get older. I hate it, as a matter of fact. I call it a N-word gauge, a quota, N-word quota every day. And it mostly applies to the music I'm listening to, because I'm going to listen to my hip hop, and you know it's going to be in there depending on who I'm listening to. Some folk, I literally will, I will cut the song, I'll go to Rock the Bells radio, and when the song starts, I'll hit the first chorus. I'll be like, and boom, to the next day. I just can't do it today. Most of the time, that's how it ends. I be listening to my girl Roxanne Shante. Love her show. Have a nice day. Hilarious. She be cussing and stuff. Even Roxanne, she'll go there, but she don't be saying that a lot. She don't even be cussing. She choice word cusses. She do be cussing. Depending on what topic she on, she'll add a little more. But she knows. Man, people listen to me for different reasons, and everybody's getting older, and she one of us, you know. Folk in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, come on, man. I don't want to hear all that all the damn time. It's too much. Just make your joke. Can you make it without that? Are you really brilliant? Can you do it without that? Are you really brilliant? Can you do it without that? Come on. Anyway. So no, I look at a lot of stuff, and I'm telling you, I see a lot of these folks pop their little stuff, and they want to be socialites still. But if you still going to All-Star Weekend and this game and that game, and this club and that club, well, okay, guess what? You are now, not only because of your conversation, but because you have told everybody how much you're doing and what you're making and everything, you're in an environment where, with your 8%ers club of black men, three of the world's 8% black American men are on this show, making over 100,000, easily over 100,000. I'm pretty sure them cats is rolling in, man, 300 and up. One of them got to be a millionaire, because they playing with crypto and stuff. And now that done hit, 88 and all this other stuff, 88,000, whatever. Yeah, that's why that may be why they extra cocky right now. 'Cause, man, damn, we was 100,000-aires. And then Trump goes in office and now they millionaires. And even though they talked sympathetic, slightly sympathetic towards the emotions of those like myself who felt disappointed with the results of the election, for the most part, I don't know that they didn't necessarily vote for her. I don't necessarily get the feeling they did. I get the feeling that they liked a lot of her policies, but when they talk about policy like it's separate from the person who's going to implement the policies, and talk about it as if, well, we don't never believe that, but all I can guarantee is this guy gonna make me money. Guess what then? Here we go getting back to respect. When you out being a socialite, don't be mad when the stereotypes of our communities, notice I made all that plural, because it don't apply to everybody. Because I ain't gonna be the one to do this. I don't give a damn. I could care less. You live your life, man. I'm gonna talk about you here and get a couple of numbers and hope I can pay my bills tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest about my shit. And when I get it good, I'm gonna be happy and tell you ways to do it. But you would have seen me across the years of struggle and strife and knew the story. So when I come in the room, I'm gonna get respect from the real ones. Now, if any little goofies in there, I ain't even gotta worry about them, because the real one's gonna check them for me. They'll be like, hey man, you back up off OG, man. You know what the fuck this is? That's Joseph R. Will the damn third. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking shit, but I've been in situations where people literally did that for me before I could even, I ain't even, oh, that was a situation? Don't worry about it, OG, man. Push through, man. Like shit. Ain't nobody worry about them fools. Like, oh, okay, cool. We good? Yo, you damn good. You know? I'm rolling with an armada I didn't even know I had, because people know my character. That's some real power, baby. That's some real power. Not this, yeah, you know, I know how to do it, and y'all trying to figure it out. I mean, maybe if y'all pay attention and get my class for this amount of money that y'all can't even afford to cut loose, because you got debts, because you got everyday problems that most of y'all got, and you up here throwing that in people's face, man, you can't do that. And still say you want that to be your audience. Now, if you want to completely separate yourself and pretend you can afford to, okay, you might want to do that. But when you do, guess what? Your audience is gonna change and your numbers gonna drop. Because guess what? You can't be the black socialite no more. You can't go to the club no more. You can't be at All-Star Weekend no more. Now you a freaking target amongst your own so-called audience. These people you say you trying to help. You ain't trying to help nobody, man. You been throwing it in their face for years. They finally see you. They like, there go that fool right there. That's that mentality, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That is literally how it goes. You can't do it, man. You gotta pick a lane and stay in it. You can't be out here trying to be some goddamn, I don't know, some social media gangster or some BS, and then fools get out here in reality. Or just somebody, I mean, they ain't really even trying to be gangster, but I'm just saying they try to come off a little too hip, a little too common when you're not. You're not, man. You can still relate, but guess what? You're different. It's okay to be different. Tell people you're different. Share with them why. But don't ever tell people who trying to figure it out in an area that works for you, oh, it's easy. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's disrespect. It comes with consequences. Everybody don't see that the same as you. They're going to be offended. They're going to be pissed. They're like, man, I'm sick of this fool telling me it's easy. It ain't not easy. Don't tell people nothing's easy. Tell them the damn truth. It ain't easy. It ain't nothing, but if it was easy, everybody would be it. If they're saying that the standard of living has gotten to be an average of no less in Atlanta, for example, $70,000, and most folk ain't got it, you can't throw that in their face. You can't tell them figure it out. You can't tell them take your hundreds of dollars class. Man, you said hundreds. Now, if you told them, look, hey man, I'm gonna give you hundreds of dollars worth of class, but it's only gonna cost you between $5 and $20 a month. You might get the real ones, the ones who really want to put in the work, take all your tips on crypto and stock and everything. They might actually do that if they can squeeze it out to prepare for it. Now, here's the other thing that would happen. Even amongst them, there would have to be, if you want the folk who would stick with it, cherish your name and bigger you up and give recommendations, be in your commercial when they make it big and all that good stuff. Yo, got a special deal for y'all this month. It ain't gonna be 20, it ain't gonna be 10, it's $5, because I know some of y'all are dropping off because times are getting rougher. This inflation shit is real. It ain't no joke. No, it's not hitting me the same as it's hitting y'all, but it's hitting me too. I wouldn't have a class, the person wouldn't have a class unless they were making money off it. So obviously you need this money. Stop fronting like even you don't want it. Because I'm just trying to give, but you ain't giving. Man, come on, man. Come on, don't do that. If you're really giving back, you just give back. Don't put a price tag on it. Just drop some damn money. Stop playing. If you really, I'm giving back. Okay, drop some damn money. And maybe put some incentives to it. I mean, some get my words together, y'all. Put some rules to it where, like, yo, you have to show me that you invested it into what I'm suggesting you put it into. I want to see my money spent wisely, not just go get a pair of Jordans that get dirty and you get pissed off because they get scuffed at the club, you get in a fight and end up in jail. No, dumbass. No, you got to go and actually put it into the stock market or whatever I told you was good to do. Now, whether you do that exactly like I told you to do it, but you better do it, then show me you did that, and okay, cool. Now you can get another whatever little money you put that person until you build up a certain part of a community. Other than that, all this other stuff, man, it's a bunch of bragging and yapping. Folk ain't doing nothing, man. You want to know what real sacrifice is? Real, I don't even call it, like I say, giving back. Shit, I ain't made it. I had not made it. Still ain't made it. I've never in my life been a six-figure man. Want to be. That's my goal now. I want to be a millionaire until I realized how much it is to even just be a 6,000. I said, man, let me just focus on getting a six-figure life. Okay? Let me just try to get to that. Let me stop this fantasy that little kids say in their diary, I want to be a millionaire, in their crayon, they writing, I want millionaire, I want to be millionaire. It's just like the word. I heard that that's the best you can be, so I want to get that. It ain't even the best you can be, but it's one of the biggest things anybody could have ever achieved, so I want that. Oh, and right next to it, and I'm going to be the president one day, but first I have to do 26 crimes. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Come on, damn it. Come on. Let's just stop. There's no room no more for any airs of falsitivity. Let's just get to nothing but real here on out, because that's all that's gonna save us at this point, man. I'd just rather be so real it's scary than to be quiet and losing your fucking mind every day, wondering what the hell's next. Like, just be real, damn it. Let's be real. So back to the point I'm saying, when I started ONYXCON as a Comic-Con, I didn't have no money. ONYXCON's doors opened and functioned because of one thing and one thing only: respect. Respect. That's why. That's why over 30 plus vendors spent money. Some of them didn't even have to spend money because why? I respected who they were in the business. I knew that if I had the creator of Brother Man Comics at my convention, shout out Dawood Anyabuile, people were going to come through the door. My audience would respect his level of respect in the industry, who he is to the black comic book history. And yes, they came through the door. A few other legends that I had that I didn't charge. You would just get a trade out of a table for being there if you could come. And I got to the point with that even some years in frustration, because black folk would put you to it, boy, I swear they would. You'd send them the invite months ahead, 6 months ahead. Hey man, we doing it again. It's another ONYXCON. I know you don't know exactly where you're gonna be at that time of year, but can we get an amen that you will be there? You know, let me get an amen rah. Can I get one? And it would be like squeezing, as they say, juice out of a turnip, goddamn. Sometimes it would, nah, I'm gonna be real. Few people was always, I mean, man, they beat me to it. The first time I drop an announcement, Joseph, you know I'm there, brother. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Those are my real ones to this day. That's the realest of the real. That's the original monetization nation right there. People like that. And there's few, you hear me? When I say few, I mean few. Because there was other ones I still respect, they were great, but I'm gonna tell you, they put you through it. I mean, you feel like you was dealing with somebody in Hollywood, and like I said, I done worked in Hollywood, and this is before I was in Hollywood, and I laugh now that I'm in it. I'm like, man, y'all some jokes, the ones that used to put me through it. I'm like, dude, who do you think you are? Do you think you're freaking Denzel Washington or somebody? I just gave you a free table because, yeah, in the comic book world, you're gonna give me about 10, 20 people, at least I know that many coming through the door, and I'm not humble enough to know, okay, I'm charging 25 at the door. All right, that's something. But you stalling me out on an answer? Motherfucker, please. Do you understand that will never happen again? Ever. Stuff like that is the reason why I stopped doing the convention and worrying about a convention. I get sick of that, man. I got sick of that. I got sick of the lack of respect on so many levels. Then, stuff started changing with the politics at my venues, not with my main people behind the desk. They love me forever. Shout out my peoples, Miss Popson and others. You know who you are. Much love forever and a day. My real ones, the ones with the keys that open the doors. Problem is, it got to a point where this paperwork downtown won't even let them open the door if they want to open the door for me. I said, okay. All right. That was the beginning of Big Brother setting up shop. I said, all right, I see what this is. All right, do what you do. It ain't got nothing to do with my people, like I said, but I had to move on. I wasn't gonna get stressed out knowing what's coming. Let's keep it online, as long as we can do that. Like this right now, this right here ain't promised, y'all. That's why I tell y'all every day, subscribe. YouTube ain't promised, especially in what we about to go through in the next 4 years. If there's too many people, because we know there's a mixed audience, but if there's too many people that voted the other way and are not with this nonsense, they're gonna have a hard time surviving. I hate to say it because I want YouTube to live forever. I really do. I love this platform for what it is. Could be better, but still it's worth everything it is. Or it should be. And once we hit monetization, I can tell you for sure. I ain't gotten monetized yet. That's why I tell y'all, subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to see what it can do. I'm trying to see what it can do. Let's go all the way. Let's stop playing. Let's stop taking for granted that everything ain't exactly what it is. I'm humble enough to tell you, I need my peoples who love me all over the world, and most importantly, the content. Because some people watch stuff, they don't even know I'm behind it. Most of the time I put my face on it on purpose. I didn't have to do that kind of channel, but I decided, hey, I'm enough of a personality and I'm an actor, I'm out here. I'm used to being in front of the camera. This is gonna only make me better at doing that. Let's go. Every day, doing these monologues, going live, talking to y'all, creating all this content, editing. By the way, just dropped another video, if you ain't seen it, talking about the end of porn, which would never end, but I'm talking about it from the perspective of the proposed, we're gonna get rid of it. The MAGA folks say they're gonna get rid of it. Yeah, okay. You sure you wanna start? You talking about World War III? Civil War for sure, Revolutionary War for sure. Let a motherfucker who's addicted to that stuff at its worst levels not be able to go and get their fix. And that's all they got for affection. It's some lotion and a phone in their hand. I'm just saying, when you let these fools who live off of that not have their outlet. Mess around and let tariffs and other stuff affect not only the grocery store, but Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night football. Let that happen and see what's next. Same fools who stormed the White House the first time will be back to get them. Your own minions coming to get you. Let that mess go that way. I'm telling you, man, this is so It's pathetic. It's pathetic. But anyway, I done said enough. Y'all done walked the whole walk with me. Had a lot on my mind, obviously. And I ain't done. I got to get in this car and do the deed. Get out here for this nickel and dime. That's what I'm saying, y'all. You ever saw the documentary? My man who made, damn, what's his name? Can't even think of it now, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I know. If you know that song, nickel and dime, nickel and dime. Tired of this nickel and dime, goddamn. We need this next level. ONYXCON is worth more. Show me you understand that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, tell a friend to do the same. 10 for 10, baby. Bring me 10 more of your best friends, ones you know gonna appreciate it. Not gonna be fickle, not gonna be fake, not gonna be trolls, gonna be real and gonna love every word and every post and really gonna learn something because we on a journey, we on a mission, y'all. It's ONYXCON. All right, holla, peace.